EU Summit 2017 Live Theresa May faces leaders to break Brexit deadlock. The Prime Minister will arrive at the EU headquarters this afternoon with the tough challenge of convincing leaders talks are ready to move on to the trade and future relationship phase. The summit had been tipped as the day members agreed to move negotiations on, but talks remain deadlocked over the divorce bill, and the EU's Brexit chief Michel Barnier said Brexit was unlikely to move forward this month. It is Mrs. May's second visit to the European Union's headquarters this week, after she traveled to Brussels on Monday to meet Jean-Claude Juncker in a bid to kickstart negotiations. She is under pressure to walk out of talks with Brussels bosses if they refuse to talk trade. 4 Leaves supporting former cabinet ministers have written an open letter to the Prime Minister urging her to be prepared to conduct trade deals via the World Trade Organization rather than the EU. Meanwhile, the UK is said to be fighting off a Brussels demand of £6.25 billion from pension liabilities for retired EU officials. In a major snub to the Prime Minister, it has also emerged Jeremy Corbyn has swooped to meet EU leaders in Brussels today, while Theresa May hosts a meeting with former US President Bill Clinton to try and bring order to Parliament in Northern Ireland. Follow our live updates below. 8:44 a.m. BST. Theresa May is eager for progress in Brexit talks, and it seems she is not alone, with European Council President Donald Tusk suggesting he wanted the first round of talks complete in the next few months. But he said, in order to finish the first phase of talks, Mrs. May must translate her government's intentions into negotiating positions. Last night, Mrs. May promised to make it as easy as possible for the 3 million EU citizens to stay in the UK. She wrote, "As I traveled to Brussels today, I know that many people will be looking to us, the leaders of the 28 nations in the EU, to demonstrate we are putting people first." She said citizens' rights are my first priority, adding, "When we started this process, some accused us of treating EU nationals as bargaining chips. Nothing could have been further from the truth. I couldn't be clearer. EU citizens living lawfully in the UK today will be able to stay.